The movie opens by introducing the McGee family in both past and present, quickly establishing the supernatural powers that define their lives. In early flashbacks, baby Charlie is laid in her crib and psychically igniting objects just by thinking about them. This startling moment reveals that Charlie's ability to start fires with her mind is real and powerful, even at a very young age. A couple of years ago, Charlie's parents, Andy and Vicky, while in college, participated in a clinical trial for an experimental drug called Lot 6. They were assured it's harmless, but the drug secretly gave them psychic abilities. Andy got telepathy and a mental influence ability called the Push, while Vicky gained telekinesis. In the present day, Andy is living under the radar, working quietly as a hypnotherapist. A woman comes into his office asking for help quitting smoking. Andy keeps it calm and professional, guiding her to relax and close her eyes. When she opens them again, he subtly uses his ability, planting the suggestion that cigarettes no longer appeal to her, and the change is immediate. She feels lighter, relieved, genuinely free of the urge. She pays him $75, thanks him, and leaves unaware of what it truly cost him. The moment she's gone, Andy's body begins to betray him. He winces, clutching himself as the strain hits. Every use of his power chips away at his health, and he knows it. Elsewhere, Charlie is at school trying to get through another normal day. A classmate targets her, teasing and pushing her buttons. Anger wells up fast, and she feels the familiar heat building inside her. She focuses, forcing herself to think of objects around the room, grounding herself just like her parents taught her. She manages to hold it back, but it rattles her. Later at home, Vicky checks on Charlie in her bedroom. Charlie admits she doesn't want to go back to school. Controlling her powers is getting harder, and she's scared of what might happen if she slips. Vicky sits with her, gentle but firm, reminding her that she's special, that her strength is nothing to be ashamed of. She tells Charlie that the other kids only mock what they don't understand, and repeats the technique that's kept her safe so far. Keep your mind busy, name things and stay present. Charlie listens, but the fear doesn't fully leave her. The next day during gym class, things spiral. Charlie's bully hurls a ball that slams into her. The humiliation and anger hit at once. She bolts for the bathroom, locking herself in a stall. A teacher, worried, follows her inside. Steam begins to fill the room, the temperature climbing fast. The teacher looks around, confused, sensing something is wrong. Then the stall erupts, fire blasts outward as the door explodes open. Charlie steps out untouched, flames curling behind her, leaving the teacher frozen in shock. Soon after, Andy and Vicky are summoned by the school. They listen as the staff describe what happened, but Andy calmly dismisses it. He suggests a gas leak, faulty plumbing, and anything mundane. The explanation is thin, but it buys them time. That evening, Andy knows they can't stay anymore. Police interest means attention, and attention is dangerous. As he packs, Charlie comes out of her room, confused and upset. She asks why they keep running. Andy finally tells her the truth: there are bad people who want them because of what they can do. Charlie panics, her emotions spiraling out of control, and heat surges through the room. Vicky rushes to her, trying to calm her, but fire crawls up Vicky's arms. Andy steps in fast, extinguishing the flames before things get out of hand. At the same time, far away, the organization responsible for Lot 6 is closing in. Their systems light up as they track unusual activity. Captain Jane orders a field agent, a sleeper with psychic abilities of his own, to move in and locate the McGees. Back at the house, Andy tends to Vicky's burned arms. She cries quietly as he helps her through the pain. Later, Andy takes Charlie out to grab supplies, leaving Vicky home alone. That's when she senses it: someone else is in the house. The agent reveals himself, calmly stepping into view. He invades her mind with ease, pulling out the information he needs. He learns exactly where Andy and Charlie went. Vicky fights back with her telekinesis, but she's out of practice, weakened, and the agent overwhelms her. When Andy and Charlie return, everything collapses. The agent grabs Charlie and holds her tight, threatening her life if Andy doesn't cooperate. Charlie's fear ignites something primal and the temperature spikes violently. Then she sees her mother on the floor, lifeless. The scream that tears out of her unleashes hell, and fire floods the house in seconds. Andy grabs Charlie and they escape as the home burns behind them. The next morning, Captain Hollister visits Dr. Joseph, the scientist behind Lot 6. She delivers the news with cold satisfaction. After all these years, they've finally found the missing subjects. Meanwhile, away from town, Charlie slips off on her own to an abandoned parking lot. She focuses on a loose slab of metal embedded in a wall and slowly pushes it to the ground, and then feels a flicker of pride. For the first time, she chose to use her power instead of running from it. Andy wakes up in the car moments later and panic hits instantly. Charlie's not in the car. He stumbles out, calling for her, until he finds her near a garbage disposal. A dead cat lies nearby, burned. Charlie tells him it attacked her and she didn't mean for it to happen. Andy understands right away what this means. Hiding is no longer enough. If Charlie does not learn control, people and animals will keep getting hurt. They bury the cat together. Charlie insists they pray so its soul can reach heaven, and Andy goes along with it, letting her have that moment of mercy, even as the weight of responsibility settles on him. Avoiding their own car because they know it can be tracked, they flag down a passing driver. The man introduces himself as Irv. He's friendly, plain-spoken, and offers to take them to Boston after stopping at his place for food, and they agree. At Irv's farm, he introduces them to his wife, who lies unconscious on life support after a terrible accident. That night, Andy finally tells Charlie the truth about what he did years ago. When agents almost took her as a baby, he used his power to force one man to kill his partner and then suffer a fatal stroke. He explains that killing doesn't end with the moment itself. It ripples outward, stealing fathers, brothers, sons from families who did nothing wrong. He tells her that if she ever uses her power to kill, she has to live with that forever, then makes her promise never to hurt people. The next morning, Andy wakes to the sound of the television. The news is reporting that he murdered his wife and kidnapped his daughter. Andy confronts Irv, telling him it's a lie. Irv admits he already called the police, then realizes too late that he made a mistake. Squad cars arrive anyway. Irv tries to undo it, telling the officers he filed a false report, but suspicion hangs in the air. Inside the house, Charlie senses another presence. Before anyone can react, the agent appears and kills the officers. Charlie runs for the woods while Andy stays behind, trying to stop the man. Andy pushes himself too far, but his power drains him completely, and soon, reinforcements arrive and Andy is taken. Charlie wakes up alone in the forest the next morning. Hungry, she eats wild grapes. She then practices making fire, failing at first, scorching leaves instead of sticks. She tries again, steadier this time, and the sticks ignite cleanly. She smiles, encouraged by the control. Elsewhere, Captain Hollister interrogates Andy. She tells him she knows Charlie has more than pyrokinesis. She believes Charlie has telepathic potential, that she can sense him wherever he is. Hollister is confident and tells him that they will be ready when Charlie comes. Meanwhile, Charlie steals a bike and rides straight toward the facility. By evening, she reaches the base. She kills an agent in the parking lot and uses his key card to get inside. Alarms go out and security mobilizes. She moves deeper underground, following the pull she feels toward her father. Agents trail her silently. She finds Andy behind a glass barrier. Captain Hollister steps out, calm and reassuring, telling Charlie that she's not the enemy and that Charlie will be safe there. Charlie demands a doctor for her father, threatening to hurt herself if they refuse, forcing Hollister to get one. Andy looks at Charlie and tells her the truth. This place will never let her go. He tells her she has to burn it down, and begs her to break her promise. Heartbroken, Charlie unleashes her power. Fire consumes Captain Hollister and Andy as well. Charlie unlocks the cells holding other gifted subjects and sets them free. She burns through every agent who stands in her way, walking steadily through the chaos she creates. She finally comes face to face with the man who killed her mother. He drops to his knees, offering himself. Charlie looks at her reflection in the mirror and sees what she is becoming. She refuses to be that person, and lets him live and walks away. Outside, she reaches the lake. The man she spared earlier walks up and takes her away, leaving the facility burning behind them. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe for more notifications. Until next time. See you soon.